Stop! Police!
Oh, shit.
We have a multiple 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, what's up? This is Community Service with Craig Conant. That's me. I guess we're rolling, man. Dude, turn your phone on vibrate. I don't want none of that. None of that distraction. Bro, you need a case.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty bad.
What's up with you no case in it?
Yeah, I had to come here. I came here slow because of my somebody hit the driver's side mirror on my car, so I had to stay in the left lane the entire way here.
You hit your
So
mirror?
somebody hit my mirror off.
Oh.
Like when I was parked.
Hey, hope it wasn't me. We got a buzzing going on here. Hey, I've sideswiped so many cars.
You're terrible.
No, but most of the time I was drunk. I've definitely done it in recent times sober. I sideswiped because these are narrow streets in West Hollywood.
That's not an excuse, though. By the way, you don't try to say that. Blame it on
on, man.
the city logistics.
It is.
Do I need something?
Hey, what happened to that pillow?
It's right here.
You got it. Let me get a booster, man.
Yeah,
this
you do.
this cushion.
Are you one of these dudes you got to be taller than your guest?
No,
Is that
not
your
at
thing?
all. I'm just saying we're about the same height. We're about the same height, and I don't want you to dwarf me when we're the same height. If you're legit taller, I get it. I'm. It is what it is.
You're like
but
Kiefer Sutherland. Harry, he has to put people in apple boxes.
good.
Yeah, he has to be in an apple box to do scenes with you.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's you. You're the Kiefer Sutherland
No,
of a
it's the
podcast.
couch. We're the same height, and then I look smaller. It's bullshit. Wait, what's that? Oh, side swipes. Hey, man. So I blame the city of West Hollywood because in Long Beach and the narrow streets, they're all one way. So you park on both sides, and it's just one way. Over here, we do two way, and then it's ding, 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 ding.
You know, you just got to pull over when somebody's coming.
I don't pull over.
You try to keep going straight.
I
You
go
pull over.
straight at them.
That's terrible.
Coming in hot, motherfuckers. Anyways,
It's
I took
terrible.
off this side view mirror on Willoughby. It gets real narrow on Willoughby.
You've actually hit somebody's car and not told them.
No, I left a note.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were hitting them, taking them off. Okay. The note, yeah, the lady left a note for me too, so she's like,
Yeah, I
she's
did.
really sweet.
My note just said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, you know it's funny. One time I was in college. I hit someone in his car, and it was a whole bunch of people around. So I just wrote on the note, a whole bunch of people are watching me right now. So I'm acting like I'm writing my insurance
see?
here.
See? Yeah, that's how you do it.
Put it down.
You just
Right.
write tough break.
Happens to the best of us, you know.
What'd you do in your past life to deserve this, huh?
Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a bitch. I'm a servant
That's
of
so
karma.
funny. That's hilarious.
Good
man.
luck. Good luck finding me with my penmanship. Good luck getting a
Oh my
detective to
God.
chase that case.
I haven't gotten any bad accidents though.
He has
I haven't-
impeccable handwriting.
Oh,
Find
can
them.
you write? Are you
Yeah,
you
I'm a
write?
good writer.
You're like a chick then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only women have good
I write like
handwriting.
a pussy.
I can't even spell that much anymore. It's terrible.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So what have you been up to, man? You been
I just been
being
nothing.
funny, getting some good
A
stuff?
whole lot
Yeah.
of nothing. You just
Yeah?
made me real depressed.
Yeah, he said a whole lot of nothing.
Oh man, my life. No, I've been getting up spots. I talk into a microphone a lot.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
mainly. How's our sound?
Yeah, how do you like? What
It's
do
a
you
little
think?
low. Does this sound low to you?
When do we start?
Have we started?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're
When
going.
do?
Oh, yeah.
are we?
We've been rolling. Welcome
you-
to Community Service with Craig Conant. We started 7 minutes ago. oh yeah, I forgot
thought
to. This is David Murphy.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What name do you go by?
Yeah. Murph. I go by Murph. David Murphy. Everybody calls him Murph.
Yeah, call him David Murphy.
Yeah.
Fuck Murph.
Yeah, Murph.
No one name comic.
Yeah, man.
You
I'm bringing it back to the 80s, man.
Fuck
Yeah.
that, man.
Yeah, I can't. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a little mic stand thing. I can't do it.
David
now, but-
Murph.
Yeah. You ever think about changing your name
To what?
to something cool?
I'm already made it. What am I gonna change it to? Craig shitbags.
Yeah. I know you need a surfer. You gotta go surf. You don't even surf, do you?
I used to. It's too cold. No, I
Yeah.
don't anymore.
You kind of got a surfer vibe. Skateboard. Can you skateboard?
I used to. I broke my leg and it
Really?
hurt. Yeah, I don't. I quit
You know,
it. I
like
quit
Christian-
everything.
Old surfers. I mean, old skateboarders like Christian
Christian
Hosoi
Slater.
and all of those guys, and like I only know
Christian
like
Soy. Yeah.
yeah. I remember those.
Bob Burnquist.
They all end up on the heroin.
Yeah. So did I.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Because of skateboarding.
Yeah.
What do you think is about skateboarding that makes people end up on like? Or do you?
It's just the culture.
Yeah.
It's just drugs, man.
Drugs and
Everybody
drinking and
ends
shit,
up
and
on
just
drugs.
partying. Yeah. I guess it's. I think you end up on drugs if you don't have a regular job. Anything
No,
that's like not.
You can get on the drugs on a regular job.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
true.
can always get on
I
drugs.
think when you don't have a job with structure, like I got to be here from 9 to 7 every day. 9
I
to
was
7.
on drugs the first 5 years of Trader Joe's.
No bullshit.
6 years? Yeah. I was on 4 or 5 drugs when they hired me.
Really?
Secret.
And nobody ever did you ever do drugs at work?
Yeah.
Bullshit. Really?
What you mean?
Oh my god.
What?
That's why you had gas a lot at work, probably.
No,
You
that
really-
was beans. that was psyllium husk and a bean and cheese burrito.
What's, that's pretty goddamn funny. Yeah, man. Yeah.
What? You never did drugs at your job?
No, I've never.
Yeah.
Nah, because I have a thing where I won't even drink at work.
That's what separates the men from the boys.
Like some people like drinking at work. You know, if I've worked a job, like I won't even.
I hated drinking at work. I drank at Trader Joe's like maybe 3 times, and I was like, this is awful.
Yeah, because you don't want to be there.
Yeah, it's more a mushrooms kind of vibe.
Do you microdose or you like real dosing?
No, I definitely was at Trader Joe's once or twice on mushrooms, and I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life.
That's
I
so.
think I've told the story. I was ringing somebody up, and I was like,
Yo, you're.
yo, bro, your face is coming at me real aggressive, sir.
Yo, that's funny. I did mushrooms once at this party, and I'll never forget this girl of dancing, and I look over this chick, and she had no eyes or just nose holes.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Just a nose
That'll
hole.
do
You remember like G.I. Joe, like a Cobra Commander, like
Yeah.
the snake face, like that's what her face looked like, and I was
You
freaking
fucking
out.
tripped me. I'm so glad you said that. You made me think of 2 stories.
Well, okay.
In Amsterdam, don't let me forget Underground,
Right.
Hermosa Beach. In Amsterdam, I was on fucking on the boomers, you know, mushies,
yeah.
shrooms, and I was tripping balls, and it was me and my buddy, and then we met these girls, and everybody's tripping balls. It's Pink Floyd cover band in Amsterdam. Mushrooms are legal. All drugs are legal, and so I'm hitting on this girl, and I have a cup of beer. Did I tell this one? And I drink the beer, and she goes, "Are you done with that cup?" It was an empty glass, and I go, "Yeah, here." And then she fucking pukes in it, and I mean like. She fills it up. It was crazy. She fills it up to the absolute top. I swear to God. She fills it to the top, stops puking, sets it down, and she goes, "Do you got any gum?" And I go, "No." And then we made out.
Oh my God.
Um,
Excuse me, sir. Are you still using
Dude, it was crazy.
Are you
I
done
was
with
just
that
like
cup?
that. And I'm tripping, and I was like, "Oh, fuck it. It's a cute girl. Who cares?"
God, that's pretty sexy though. That's the confidence to still make out. You still made out with her.
Yeah,
Did
why
you have
not?
gum, or you just go no gum and
No
made out?
gum. Just puke.
I almost puked in a girl's mouth once on
Ew.
on spring break. San Felipe, Mexico. Girl from Arizona State, so hot, and we're making out, and I had like 4 shots in a row at the bar. It's back in the you're like taking shots, like another shot, just trying to get drunk in like 10 minutes. And she had been drinking a lot, and we started making out, and she kissed me, and I remember the smell of whatever alcohol she had, like the smell of it,
Yeah.
mixed when I was feeling like queasy, and I was like, and like when I was making out, and like caught it right when it dribbled out on my lip, on her lip a little bit, but like I threw it
Oh
on the side of
man,
the bar.
I've never puked on nobody. Just myself in my sleep.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
What's the other story?
With the same shit as you, I was on mushroom, maybe acid. I don't remember. It was baked in caramels, and they were strong. Whenever you bake psilocybin or LSD into something, it's like it feels like it's extra. It's a little fucking caramel. And all of a sudden, we're like, me and my buddy. Anyways, went to a bar in Hermosa Beach called the Underground.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed names since then. But this is like Friday, Saturday night, packed, full bar. It's not the type of place you want to be when you're on mushrooms. And I just remember everybody looking like the no face, like, you know, like it was like not even Muppets. It reminded me of Pink Floyd, The Wall, where nobody has faces. And it was just, and then like, I remember saying like, don't tell anybody you're on mushrooms. Then of course in 4 seconds, I'm on mushrooms.
You told
You're like, why'd I
everybody.
do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I have a question. Where do you think the visions and whatever come from? You know, like why? You know, like what do you think it's like when you see people with no faces and like where?
God, man. I don't know the science behind it, but I sure enjoy it.
Right? Yeah, I sure enjoy it.
I sure enjoy people losing their faces and scaring me half to death.
I tried acid once and it was just like
The best thing ever.
no. I did it. I did it because I wasn't ready. I was scared of anticipating it, and then when it hit and I started seeing the geometrical shapes and whatever in the room, and I started watching ESPN. I'll never forget watching Stephen A. Smith.
You don't watch ESPN on acid, man.
Yeah.
You watch Fantasia or some
Stephen A.
shit.
Smith, and he started going 3D, and he started talking like, "Well, you know," and it's like, but the audio was matching up with what I was seeing. It was all like, and I was like, oh my god, turned up. I was like sitting in the room and I was freaking. I was like, oh my god. And I went outside. Yeah.
I remember I saw fucking Narnia, Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh my God.
What's it called?
Yeah, I think.
Chronicles
Lion,
of
the Witch,
Narnia?
and the Wardrobe.
Yeah,
Dude, when that lion spoke and I was on fucking acid, I was like, this motherfucking lion's talking to me. It tripped me out so much. I was like, I gotta get out of this house.
Oh my
It's a fucking lion, dude.
Oh, that's really
That shit's so funny. It's funny how like you watch that movie sober and you're like, oh, that's interesting, cool movie. And then on acid, you're like, lions can talk. I gotta get out of this country.
so funny, man. Yeah. There's so many things that must change. I guess I don't want to make it a drug podcast, but
Hey, man,
yeah.
look left.
Look left. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's another Amsterdam story. That's right. I write down the story.
We went. So my Amsterdam story is when the first time I ever did shrooms, I went to Amsterdam alone, met a young lady from Canada at a bar and daytime drinking. She's like, all right, let's go smoke weed. I don't smoke weed that much. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's go to one of those weed smoking bars, whatever. We smoke. I get faded, and then she gets jealous that I was talking to the waitress. She leaves me. So now I'm like, all right, I'm walking around Amsterdam, like around, by myself, and I ran into these girls from Britain. And they're like, hey, you with the French fries. They're like, you want to come and do acid with us? Or no, come and do shrooms with us. I go, okay. So I come and do shrooms the first time with them. And then they leave me at some point. And then it starts to kind of hit. And I go to a bar. And I have a drink with these girls from Norway. And I took a sip of beer. And I was like, I'm going to throw up. And I ran out of the bar from these hot Norwegian girls. And I just started walking around the red light district throwing up. Because there's no trash cans. When you walk, so I was like just trying to be cool. Like I was throwing up on windows.
hey, beautiful prostitute. She's like, I just made that guy throw up. I'm really losing it.
I was walking around. It was the worst when those girls kept calling me Marvin all night. Marvin. I was like, my name's not Marvin. Please come. Marvin, are you okay?
That's what your name should be.
Marvin.
You got a new name. What if you
Marvin.
change your name to Marvin and go to superstardom tomorrow?
Marvin.
Oh.
It's like Marvin Murphy, maybe.
Hey.
Your Amsterdam story.
I waited in line to buy a hooker once.
Oh, were you serious? I waited in line to buy a in Amsterdam?
Maybe.
Oh my God.
No, I never bought a
expensive out
hooker.
there, huh?
Hey.
They're expensive. They're expensive in the.
I know.
You gotta go to South
60
America.
euro.
South America's where the. From what I heard.
From what I heard in 2002. I saw on the flight to Amsterdam is a big long. I sold weed all throughout high school, saved up about 8 G's, and went to Amsterdam and blew it all on drugs. It was awesome.
Oh my!
I was like 19 in Amsterdam. It was Cannabis Cup. That's a World Cup for weed. Some people are fans of soccer. Those are bitches. You got to be fans of the Cannabis Cup. I'm just kidding. Go kick the ball. Football. And then on the flight there, it's like 10, 11 hours. And fucking, they give you, back then, maybe even now because it's such a long flight, they give you hot food, you know?
Yeah.
And they give you the little, the TV tray. And the guy next to me was passed out. And then the food guy came by, and then I give my food, and then they go, "Does he want his food?" I was like, "Yeah," and I put his tray down. I was high as a kite, and then I ate my food, and he's not waking up. I'm just looking at his food. I go, "Oh, fuck this shit," and then I just ate his
You
food.
ate the food. It's like,
And then after I ate it, I got all paranoid. I was like, "Hey, take the evidence." And then he wakes up, and then he's like, "The food person come by." I'm like, "No."
yeah.
I ate that fucker's
That's
food.
the worst feeling in an airplane when you wake up and you smell the food, but everybody's already eaten. You're like, oh, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry.
You missed
Yeah,
it.
you missed
You
it.
missed
We'll
it.
be landing soon." You're like, no.
We'll be landing in 6 hours. Don't you wish you would have ate him?
Oh my God, yeah. I felt like a greedy ass, and I've gotten seconds on the flight. So I'm like, oh, I know you guys got fucking extra. Half this plane's empty.
Give me that fucking leather turkey, lady. Come on.
yeah,
That
exactly.
turkey jerky that's not jerky.
I dated a flight attendant. She told me a lot of things about the airplane. She said that they like double the amount of salt in airplane food because in the air your taste buds die out a little bit.
Ooh, high blood pressure.
Yeah. She's like, the airplane food's really like a lot of sodium. She's
Fantastic.
like, yeah. She's like, that's one of the. And apparently, if your oxygen mask doesn't come down, which a lot of them won't, she said. She said there's like a little button, like a pinhole thing that you can push and it'll automatically make it come down. But nobody knows this except for the flight attendants.
Why wouldn't it come out?
Just sometimes they get stuck. She said they just they haven't come down. They don't test that thing a lot. So it's like Yeah, she told me all these little crazy. And if your plane's gonna crash, 90% of the time it's gonna be within the first like 3 minutes or 90 seconds of a flight, and the last 90 seconds. She's like, no, turbulence has never brought a plane down for the most part. She's like, yeah, I don't know. So she's flying for like 18 years. So
I'm flying on Thursday, man. I think I'm gonna take the bus to Florida.
yeah, I don't know, man. I did there's some flights of I talked to a captain once, and he was like, what do you say? I was like, hey, how come I don't get from LA to New York any faster than I did in 1955? He's like, you actually get there slower now. He's like, because of fuel efficiency, we go like 0.7 Mach, and back then it used to go 0.8 Mach.
I remember learning that, and that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know, right?
And they actually invented a faster plane, but it just never caught on.
That
One that's shaped different. Kind of looks like
the
that
Concorde?
Xavier. Yeah. It looks
Professor
like
X.
Xavier's plane, dude. Fucking X-Men, man.
That's a really good call. It does look like the Professor X-Men.
So that thing got you to New York in like 4 hours.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing was fast. It was. I think the problem with that thing was busting because it was breaking the sound barrier. It was breaking windows and shit when it was too low. You know, like so they only could take it from New York to London because it's going over water.
Pussy windows.
It's like,
Hey, get some
how about you
thicker
sh-
glass.
Yeah, just change the window.
Trying to get to New York, lickety split.
That's amazing, man.
That's
Are you going
fantastic.
anywhere this summer? Where are you going? You said you're taking a flight.
I'm going to Orlando,
Orlando.
but this podcast won't be out by then, so
Okay, so
no sense in plugging it.
Yeah.
Hey, catch me in. You missed it. You missed it.
Where's your next place you want to travel to?
I don't really think about that stuff.
Really?
Just because I just say stand up will take me. Yeah. But I guess New York, because I've only been in New York as a tourist. I've never done stand up in New York,
Me neither.
and I would love to.
Yeah,
We
I think
should
it'd be
take
great,
each
man.
other.
Yeah, I would love to, man. That'd be great. And we could do comedy. Or you just meant like
No, comedy, man. What the fuck's
I
a
thought
vacation?
you want to take me to New York, man.
Nah, for comedy.
We'd be a good buddy cop.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah, it'd be so fun.
Freeze! You ain't no cop. Yes, I am.
I could see you being like the in some kind of like show,
Undercover.
but like somebody dying and you like tasting the blood because you don't know it's supposed to be like cocaine.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's
fool, it's
dead.
not. It's supposed to do that with drugs. Not with,
He's dead. Fool, you got hepatitis C now. That fool's a junkie.
He
Don't
tastes
lick his
the-
blood.
He tastes the blood. You're like, yep, he's dead.
Yep, high in copper. Yeah, that sounds like me.
That'd be so goddamn funny.
That would be funny.
You're one of the funniest dudes, man.
Oh, thank you,
You're
man.
funny. You're funny. You're naturally funny too. You're just a funny dude to be around.
I try.
Yeah, you always got a pretty. When's the last time you got stressed in life? I feel like you seem like a pretty always.
Oh, I bottle it up. It's all right here.
It's all.
It's
right.
all right here, causing heart failure.
That's amazing.
That's fantastic. You're funny as fuck too, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
I never seen you go up, and then I finally seen you go up at the Laugh Factory, and I was like, I knew I liked that guy for a reason, because it's scary. Because you like comedy is like the mafia. Like funny is crime. Like did he
Yeah.
do dirt? Is
Yeah,
he funny?
yeah.
Is he funny? That's all that matters. And then like I already liked him and known him. I don't know
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 months, and then I finally seen you go up. I'm like, oh, thank God he kills. That was cold open too. Cold open's hard.
Thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, it is funny how in comedy, and that's why sometimes a comic comics will almost book people or off their just friends because they're almost like no, like all right, these people only hang out with funny people.
It's
like for the most part, so it's like you kind of already like.
It's true though. Yeah, it's just like vouching, word on the street. That's all you got.
Yeah, it's like
Laughter is your rep.
your reputation precedes
And
you.
the last thing you want to hear is, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
cool.
That means you like the motherfucker and you don't want to be like, he ain't funny. So you just gotta go, he's nice.
Yeah,
And then it's immediately they go, oh, he ain't funny.
yeah, that's exactly it.
It's a tough business, man. There's so many people that are funny, but only in certain scenarios too. It's like there's, sometimes what do you need for that show?
Yeah,
But of course, the best or the undeniables that'll just do well in any circumstance.
yeah.
no
any
matter
room, anywhere.
cold
yeah.
open, last,
Yeah.
any room, 4 people, 400 people, 4,000 people. I love those motherfuckers.
Indeed. So when you do, I was asking. So you're chill. You're very like a good chill kind of. What's your energy you think on stage?
Chill.
Yeah, you're always really funny.
Chill kill. Chill killer, baby. I ain't
Sure. You Calvin, I saw you murdered at the Wiltern when you did the.
oh yeah, that was dope.
That's amazing. That's a lot of fucking
That
people.
was so dope.
What's that the most people? What's the most people? Is that 2,000, 3,000 people?
I think it's like 1,800 or 2,000. But the most I've ever done was in San Diego. I think it was like 2,300 or 2,500.
Jeez. Yeah,
I don't even know. I don't ask questions.
That's
But
so
that one
great.
was massive.
Yeah.
It's crazy because when it laughs,
Yeah.
it goes and it tap tap tap.
Do you have to, so you have to slow down more, or do you like? Or
I'm
'cause I've
already
never done
slow.
anything that big. Yeah, I'm already slow, so it's
Blah,
like
blah,
it's a hit. It gets a hit. It's like waves, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, man, that's amazing, man. Comedy, you gotta love that shit. Do your parents support you in your comedy?
No, they abandoned me. No, yeah, they're good.
They come to your shows.
Sometimes, yeah.
Anything you're funny?
Huh?
Do they think you're funny?
My dad doesn't like it when I make fun of him. And my mom doesn't like it when I make fun of her.
yeah.
But yeah, they're supportive.
That's really funny. Yeah, I've had some my dad. I come to a show, done a joke that was like not true necessarily, and so he does a show and he's like, oh man, it's really great at the Improv, and then I come out of the after show and I'm like, he left.
Yeah.
And I go, hey man, I call him, I'm like, where you at? And he's like, oh, I left, man. He's like, I didn't want to bust your bubble if somebody had to ask him if the joke was true, so I
Yeah.
didn't want to blow your cover. And I was like, oh, that's sweet, but it's not that serious.
Yeah, that's sweet, but I wanted to get dinner with you,
Yeah,
Dad.
he's like, I wanted. He's like,
That's sweet, but love me.
he's like, I never worked at Coca-Cola. It's like, and he's like,
It's for the joke.
man. You're fine. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, my dad, I told him, I was like, I don't want to talk Hollywood with you anymore.
Wait a minute. What kind of Hollywood do you guys talk about? Like,
That's what I mean. It's like, he's 73, and he doesn't know how to operate Facebook. it's like I can't tell you how Hollywood work. It's the same shit that, like, why aren't you on movies yet? And it's like, oh, God. Or like, oh, you should get on the Tonight Show. No fucking shit, Dad.
It's every parent.
You should have a warmer heart and give me $1 million. How about that, motherfucker?
They don't want to hear that.
They don't want to hear that shit. And then, like, I know he's coming from a good place, but it's just, isn't it weird how, like, they love you and care about you and are interested in you, but it just makes you feel bad about yourself. And it's like, I just told him, I'm like, I'm not talking about Hollywood with you anymore. And then he brings it up. And then it's like, oh, he brought up something recently, and I yelled at him. I felt bad, but some guy on the internet said I was stealing jokes from Mitch Hedberg.
Oh my God.
And I was like, dude, first of all, Mitch Hedberg, OG legend.
Yeah.
Love him, fan of him. He's the man. Mm-hmm. And I hate it when people say you're stealing Mitch Hedberg's vibe, or it's like, yo, Mitch Hedberg's vibe was drugs.
Yeah.
I did drugs too. Yeah. This is the vibe you get when you smoke weed for 17 years of your life. It just kind of happens.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, just also like Mitch Hedberg was one-liners, and I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite spectrum. Anyways,
and they're I think people are idiots. My theory on that is that people know the average person knows 5 comics or 6 comics.
Yeah,
and they're gonna anyway you are they're gonna try to match you up with like, oh, this he's doing Kevin Hart's like energy, or he's doing some black comic they know.
Hey. He's high energy and he's black.
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah.
That's not Kevin Hart's energy. That's just energy, motherfucker.
I don't think you're anything like Mitch.
If you see somebody stealing the jokes, verbatim, word for word, of course, call them out. That's terrible. But it just bugs me when you're absolutely not guilty of it and you're still being accused of it. And you're like, he's a one-liner. Yeah. I tell long stories. And anyways, so the whole point of that is... my dad brings that up. I saw this on the internet.
He reads the internet.
and then, by the way, I love you, my fan base. I got a lot of fans, and 99% of it is love, and you're funny, and you this and that and this. And then there's fucking 0.05% negative shit. And that's what my dad finds, and that's what he brings me. And I was like, you can't fucking see the love and then bring up the love. You bring up the one guy calling me out for fucking Mitch Hedberg that's a fat, bald fucking asshole that's never done comedy.
Did you look up the guy?
I did. I forgot his name. I should have. That's a good name to plug so you can go slander him. But I don't even remember, because I was just like, oh, I'm gonna block you because you're a dumb fucking hater that doesn't even get it. You know?
Yeah, people are just idiots. People are just negativity. I think some people are negative because they want attention. Because of the reason your dad looked at that thing. There's a reason some people feel like, all right, if I'm negative, I'll stand out. And so
it is true, but it's your hater. And then Nipsey Hussle's quote, rest in peace, Nipsey fucking G. But he said, you'll never be criticized by somebody that's doing more than you. You're always criticized by somebody that's doing much less than you, because they're haters and they're not doing what they want to be doing. And their only claim to fame is to be an internet troll and to try to take down something pretty and shiny that's trying to vibrate higher and float on. So if you're a hater, what I want you to do is get a Glock 19 and just
kidding. Is that even like real gun?
Yeah, of course it is.
A 19? I thought it was a 9. No, Glock 9.
It's a 9mm.
Oh,
it's called the Glock 19.
Was the 18 and 17 not good enough?
There's a Glock 17. There's a Glock 19. How you not know your guns? Ain't you from the hood, bro? Come on, man.
I don't know. I don't know much about guns. I shot
You're from the jungle, right?
Yeah, I grew up in the jungles. Not from the jungle. The jungles is an area in L.A. I don't. Some people might not get that. I grew up in an area called the Jungles neighborhood.
Oh yeah, they're like, damn, Craig's racist.
Damn, Craig.
No, the jungle in L.A. It's fucking.
The jungles in L.A. Have you ever seen Training Day? The part where Denzel, his character, lives at. That's the area in L.A. called the Jungles.
Well, Bone is a real ex-gang member turned actor, where he goes to go to give Denzel the gun. He goes, you got to put in work yourself.
Yeah. That's an amazing movie.
That's a great movie.
It's one of the best movies ever, man.
But that I don't know. Just haters, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, unless it sucks, then I could, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
then
like
it's-
if you hate on a real shitty thing, but
Yeah.
like you can't hate on somebody trying to create art. You know, we
Yeah.
all start somewhere.
It's all a
and-
process too, and like a lot of people don't know when you watch, even you see comedy or see anybody do anything. Too is a lot of times people don't realize like Jackson, our friend Jackson, was
Jackson
talking-
McQueen?
Jackson McQueen was.
Let me
talking
tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh yeah.
That's how Jackson McQueen. Hey, let me.
Continue.
This is how Jackson McQueen. If he was late, Jackson McQueen was his replacement.
Jackson was my request. He had already replacement for him. He kept telling me this all.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, like, and he was saying in comedy one time, he made a good point. He was saying that no one ever wants to see the process. Like nobody ever in the audience ever wants to be a part of the process. They just want to see the finished product. So even when you have nights, you're like, man, he didn't do his best stuff, or he didn't do this. It's like we've got to do it at some point, like work on stuff and get better. And he's like, nobody wants to see you grow. They want to see when you're big.
The shiny.
They don't want to see the growth. They don't
Yeah.
want to see you trying new things.
And
doing stuff.
man, do we grow. We don't realize that we grow, but I was just looking at footage last night of myself wanting to stab my eyeballs out. 'Cause I hate watching myself. I hate it.
Oh, that's the worst.
But everybody's doing Instagram stand-up clips because it gets mass exposure. So I was like, all right, I'll put up my old shit or
Yeah.
shit that's already put up by the Laugh Factory. I'll put
Yeah.
it on my page so people could find it
Yeah.
and create a little stand-up highlight reel, for the people to fucking laugh at my fart joke. I farted and it smells bad. I'm sorry.
Oh.
And then that's why I was blowing
Did he
down.
really fart?
He probably did.
I did.
Oh my God.
Just a moment ago. The pillow. Good thing I said on the pillow.
Yeah,
it
thank
absorbed
you.
it.
Yeah.
Pillow.
The filtration system.
And then just watching my shit from a year ago, like, it's so much better now.
Yeah.
So much better now to where, like, I can't put that whack ass shit up.
It's hard, man.
Fuck.
I taped something, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking absolutely hate this. And when it comes out in a month, I'm like, it's.
For who?
I
Are
did
we
a
allowed
co-
to talk about it?
Yeah. I mean, I did a comedy. I did like the Revolt TV, Puffy's.
Oh,
network.
that ain't no real credit. Get
Yeah.
out of it. Get off my. I'm just kidding. That's
You're so
amazing.
stupid.
That's amazing.
He's like, oh, get everything. But yeah, they're doing like a comedy series, where it's like 2 comics per episode, and they're like 8 episodes.
That's fantastic.
yeah,
you,
do like-
you do 15, 30?
Do 15, but they're probably gonna edit it down to 11 or 12.
That's
or something like that, and
amazing,
then whatever.
dude. Yeah. So Revolt TV, is that a channel or
Yeah, Revolt
subscribing?
TV. It's a cable station and like online revolttv.com or something.
See, the beautiful part about that is you'll get love on the cable and you'll get love on the internet, and then you can reshare it, and then it goes viral.
I'm gonna hate it though. I've already like
It's how it is, dude.
flubbed some words. It's messed up some. I just know I'm gonna be like,
You know,
fucking-
well, you just change your name back to David Murphy.
Then I go
That was Merv. I'm David Murphy.
It's my alias.
I don't know who that was.
There's
That was Jackson McQueen. Let me tell you something.
Jackson was hilarious.
Jackson, don't worry. You'll get on this shit. I'll get you next.
Yeah, man, this is great, man. I love this. You're so funny, man. So wait, you go back to Trader Joe's, or what were we doing?
Huh?
You talk about Trader Joe's. Do you go back in there?
Yeah, go
Why
back
don't you do
there.
like a show for them? Put on a show.
Nah, man, fuck them. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, I shop there all the time. I get my cold brew.
It's expensive though, no?
No, not at all.
No.
You're mistaken. You're used to that food for less in the jungle,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
the food for less in the jungles. Yeah, man. You know about that food for less?
Northgate. Yeah, I know about food for less.
Yeah, that's terrible. Like,
I
Ralph's.
forget
man.
I'm half Mexican.
The Ralph's where I grew up is terrible. Like, the Ralph's is a supermarket. Maybe you have like international, like some international or like.
My family used to shop at. It was called Nortricas.
It was in Spanish.
Yeah,
Damn, that's
in
rough. When a
Wilmington,
place has got a Spanish
Nortricas.
name.
And they had homemade tortilla. Oh man, they had these fucking flour tortillas. You didn't even need to butter them. Just fucking.
Yeah, it's.
Oh shit! And then it closed down, and then the little tortilla lady still sold them like just off the. She kind of just stood there, you know.
Oh, she's so.
Just sold them, and then she disappeared, and we've been searching for a good tortilla lady ever since.
Who speaks Spanish in your family?
My whole Mexican side, not me, as you could tell by my pronunciation.
And she was just didn't want to teach you, or you didn't want to learn.
Well,
learn?
they when They grew up in the. My mom's old. She's 73. They grew up in the projects in Harbor City, and being Mexican wasn't the most popular.
It's not as
thing.
cool as it is now in terms of like being bilingual and shit.
No,
like
back
that.
then they were
Hey,
racially profiled and prejudiced, and they were hated on. They got the racism shit. Good old America.
did they give you a white guy haircut when you were little? It's like I imagine you were like a Trump.
I had a spiky haircut.
It's like,
But yeah, they so like they try to hide the fact they were Mexican just so they
they
wouldn't
want you to
be
speak.
harassed
Like, oh, like he has no accent and da, da, da.
by the police just because of ignorance, good old America's ignorance and racism and intolerance. I don't speak Spanish, so God bless you,
Well,
America.
I don't speak Spanish because I just have my Mexican homies do my homework in high school. Shout out to the homies in
Jesus.
high school. Yeah. It was Raul. Raul used to hook me up. I used to play basketball, and so the guys would. I had a couple guys in my class. But if I didn't bet on the games necessarily, but they would make bets with the other people from other schools. Their friends that went to other schools in our league, and they would say, "I bet he gets 25 on you guys." And then they would tell me, "I need you to score 25 points."
I don't know,
And
do
so I
your
would-
homework.
So, yeah, and then they'd be like,
That's
"I'll do my."
fantastic.
They make like $50, $100 bets on the game. Like, I bet you score 25 on you guys. And they would tell me, "I need you to get 25."
That's awesome.
yeah. So they just do my homework in high school, and I learned how to say "El burro sabe más que tú." That means the donkey knows more than you. It's a kind of an insult in Mexico. My Spanish teacher taught me that.
I learned a la verga,
What is that?
dick. Of course, all the cuss words: panoche, nalga.
God.
Nalgas, ass cheeks. Ooh, nalgas.
Yeah, are you a big ass?
Hell
ass man?
yeah.
You more ass than boobs?
For sure, bro.
Really?
I could deal with itty bitty titties and a fat ass all day.
Really? Hey, the thing about big boobs is that you won't. The big thing about big boobs is the only thing about them, they got a downside is that if they're really big, the girl's gonna be fat when she gets older. Because you can't have big titties and be old and about being big.
Hey, man, what's wrong with that?
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
More to grab on.
Yeah. I'm starting to think about that stuff. That's starting to. I think it's. You're right. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, of course, titties are lovely too. I'm not gonna be like, big titties, get out of here.
Yeah. Big tactiles.
Get out. I only do ass. No, of course, I love both. Who doesn't love
That's so
both?
funny.
I wonder, like, what girls have conversations. Are you a dick guy, or a
Yeah,
dick girl, or a ball girl?
Yeah, are you a shaft?
I only like the balls.
I like the balls.
I
like
love fucking
a long sack.
big
I like
fat
a
sack.
big fat sack.
Fucking something to
not
drape over my shoulders there.
It's
Fuck a big dick. I want a little dick, big balls.
Big balls. Yeah, that's really funny. The big
That's
balls.
so funny to think about that.
Yeah,
Girls don't talk about
Maybe
that
girls
shit.
might-
Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
I used to think about what if girls wanted to do with ass.
Well, I'm not the guy for you, ladies. If you want a little itty bitty white booty, I got that. I got that.
Yeah, some girls, if you get, they need to have your ladies say if they would like guys with ass.
You got a fat ass?
I used to, but I used to work out, man. I used to have a fat old ass, and then I stopped working out as much, doing squats and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I used to love. My move used to be to after sex, getting up and walking under candlelight and walking over to the bathroom, have a glistening. My ass just glistening in the
Hey, you're gonna want to watch this. Watch
Walk
my
real
ass
slow.
glisten in the moonlight. It's we're glistening in the moonlight.
You gotta find
They
an
made
excuse.
a song about that.
Oh, really? About ass?
Yeah, glistening in the moonlight. Everybody look at my black ass.
Oh, shut up. I'm thinking you were singing a real song. I'm like, this must be from the 70s. I'm like, oh.
Black ass. I never heard that song before in my life.
I'm thinking
Everybody was looking at my black ass.
He's the guy on the
Black
guitar.
ass in the moonlight. Everybody look at my black
I
ass.
really was like, oh, this must be like a 70s jam, maybe something I'm not familiar with.
They made one after me too. Hang on, how'd it go? There goes the little tiny white booty. That's all I got.
A little tiny white booty.
Hey, flat ass.
Yeah. Hey, flat ass. Yeah, you. Oh, my God.
Hang on, let me get a song. There once was a guy with a flat white booty. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I got no
Don't
free-
do
free-
drugs,
free-
kids.
Don't do.
Don't do drugs. It's a small white booty in the little booty. That small white booty. He's a flat ass booty. He gets it from his dad because his mom's got a fat ass.
And where'd your parents meet?
In prison. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
my
no,
God,
no.
that'd be amazing.
High school, dated for over a decade.
Oh, really?
And then
came from, like, a good
off and
family.
on. No.
No.
Yes.
No. And they're from all Harbor City is where they grew up? Where they grew? Where they?
My mom grew up in the projects in Harbor City and San Pedro. I don't know how they just pour project. Harbor area, Harbor City, San Pedro, Wilmington, Lomita. I grew up predominantly in Torrance, West Torrance, Lomita a little bit. My dad, when they got divorced, he lived in Redondo Beach, South Bay Harbor area.
Okay. Yeah, my dad lived in Redondo.
So a little bit the nice side, a little bit the bad side.
Ah.
My mom currently resides in Wilmington, and my dad in Torrance.
Oh, yeah. Torrance is, it's good for cops.
Torrance, yeah.
Police there. They don't like skateboarders.
No, they don't.
Yeah, my older
Torrance,
brother's
if you want to
skateboarder.
get harassed for doing nothing, go to Torrance.
Go to Torrance, yeah.
I would get pulled over at fucking noon on a Tuesday for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, there was so I talked to a tow truck driver once, and he was saying, he was talking about the cars he picks up and tows and all that kind of stuff, and he was saying that any city that's incorporated, like Beverly Hills, Pasadena, Santa Monica,
Torrance.
they have their own police department. He's like, those cities will write you way more bullshit tickets because they're trying to finance the. So he's like, stay out of incorporated cities. If you like Glendale,
They're also racist.
Yeah, that too.
All my Mexican family and ghetto fucking thug friends wouldn't cross Western. Western, like others, Western is a dividing street. This side, Torrance, white, Asian, upper middle class. This side, hood, brown, Mexican, Latino, some black, And then all my fucking hood friends said they won't cross Western because the second they do, they just get pulled over.
Yeah, that's the way they get around it by like they'll keep pulling you over. You eventually know don't go over there after a certain time. Like it's like Beverly Hills used to do that when I was little, when I was like younger, and then Culver City used to be big for that. Like they would follow you. Like you make a left, they make a left. You make a right, they make a right. And they would do this every time at night, and so eventually. You're like, oh, don't go to Culver City at night. Like that's all you just started like.
Yeah, and they just straight up go like, I ain't coming over, fool. And I was like, all right, looks like I gotta go to you to get the coke, then, motherfucker. Yeah.
How do people finance drugs in high school? I always wondered that. When I see kids in high school and drugs, I'm like, how do you financing it?
Well, my high school was mainly weed. Mm-hmm. The rich schools, they did the coke and heroin. South High, Palos Verdes High.
So wait, can I break? I need to know about this because this is so foreign to me. The first time somebody does heroin, do they sniff it, shoot it? I think shooting would be like you'd be like.
Most people definitely don't just go right into shooting it.
Okay.
That's
like
months
intense, right?
and a year into it. You get addicted.
Yeah.
It's pharmaceuticals, baby.
Really?
Pills, Vicodin. Vicodin is the gateway drug.
Vicodin's a part.
Vicodin is opioids, and it gets you real high, real nice, and you scratch them nuts real good. I always talk about scratching my nuts. So even when I was doing it, when you get on that dope, you get all itchy.
Really?
You just get so itchy. Your nose and your nuts itch. So I was always telling everybody to scratch their nuts, still to this day. But
your nose,
my buddy
nuts.
listens to my podcast, and we used to do drugs together, and he's in Texas. JP, Jason Prepares, 2 in a row. He messaged me. He goes, dude, you used to always tell me. He's like, bro, you got to get a bristle brush, and you got to scratch your nuts out.
Really?
And he said he finally caved, and he did it, and he wished he didn't because it's like heaven.
Really?
Like when you scratch a dog's G-spot?
Yeah.
Nom, 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 nom.
That leg.
That's how it is for your nuts. You're just like, it's orgasmic scratching. When you're on dope. Yeah.
Really?
For sure.
What? Wow, you started a production company, Nose and Nuts.
Yeah, that's
That'd be pretty
good.
cool.
Nose and nuts with the bristle brush.
Wow.
So Vicodin, you start off with 500s, and then you get 750s, and then you get Norcos, 1,000 milligrams, and then you get OxyContin.
So Norcos, what is Norcos?
Norcos is it's just stepping up. It's
Okay.
like you start with beer, then you get whiskey, then you get Everclear,
Okay.
and then you get moonshine or whatever. You know, like it's just progressive, and then OxyContin is 100% pure synthetic heroin, government-made pill. You can sniff it, snort it, shoot it. It's terrible because then you get addicted to that, and that
Then it gets
is
expensive.
more expensive than heroin, and then you just downgrade or upgrade to heroin or whatever you want to call it, and then you're a junkie, and then you fucking
And do people
shooting up.
Are there like? I feel like heroin gets a bad rap in terms of like the dealers. They always seem like low class. Or is there like a high class heroin dealer?
I never got deep into heroin. I only smoked it a handful of times.
Okay.
I was more a pill head.
It always seems like on the street, like really home. Like cocaine like has like a you see
There's
like
all levels of everything,
Really?
always. I'm absolutely sure there's high-end heroin dealers that are selling to Wall Street people that did the same route. They're just functioning heroin addicts.
I was hanging out with a chick one time, and she was doing one night. Her and this tattoo artist, and they were doing Roxy's. Roxy.
That's what
something?
OxyContin.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
just a
yeah,
nickname.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was doing that, and they kept dozing off
Yeah.
while
that's
during
what-
our conversation, like, and just snapping back. And I was like, oh, these yeah, they're just literally doing that like a middle.
That's
of
the high, man.
I'm like,
Oh man, I miss it. Oh man, it's so good. Don't do drugs. You just die or go to jail or lose your family.
Yeah, who was it? I was watching the interview with Danny Trejo, and he had the. It was kind of funny. He had an uncle who used to be on heroin, and he said he had a dad who was like really, I guess like mean and would hit them and stuff like that. And he said his uncle one time, his dad was yelling at them about something and like gonna hit them probably, but he said his uncle was just on heroin. He said he was like nodding off. So he's like, God damn, he's not fazed by this yelling or anything, but he's like. He's like, and the dad got so mad he told him to get out. He told him to leave the room. But he said he was like, damn, the heroin, like he didn't even phase him when he was on heroin.
No.
He's like, you don't care about shit. You ever seen the video where the heroin guy's leaning on the subway in New York when he like won't fall? It's the
No.
funniest video. It's like on YouTube, but it's like this guy's got the nods, so he's like on the edge of this like step, but he just won't fall
Yeah.
over. He keeps almost. Yeah, and somebody, it's like one of the funniest. Like I don't know, it's really a really good video.
One of my ex-girlfriends is the first date we went on, she kept nodding out, and I was
Really?
I was like, oh man, this is trouble. I shouldn't date her. And then I dated her for about a year.
It turns out she was just tired or something.
Nah, she's on that dope, fool.
I thought you were gonna have a. Turns out I was judging her. She was had a long day.
She falls asleep. Like,
Oh, man! So
she's
could you do the
nodding out.
signs?
yeah, because I do it too.
Oh, you're like, oh.
I'm like, baby, you gotta stop.
So how do you? All right, some of this. Okay,
She's still
is there code words to ask if somebody does heroin? Like, 'cause it seems like a thing people don't talk
not
about.
with
something.
me. I'd be like, hey, you smoke H?
No, but like but how do you just bring it up? Because I feel like some people would be, you know,
You
what I'm
don't
saying?
bring it up. I mean, anybody in that world will just know.
So you
the
meet a
signs
girl
are
in that
there.
world already. That's how you date girls. I'm saying, say you went on Tinder and you were like, I made a cool chick.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I just saw that and was like, oh fuck.
You think I would have known? I probably wouldn't even
You
notice
wouldn't know.
it. Yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah.
know. You're dumb dumb.
I'm like, oh, baby, you had a long day. Yeah, so I'd be like, oh, let's
you
get
need some
sleep.
coffee? I need an effects. God damn it.
And so is the dozing off like because it's feeling good, or is like you need more?
It's just a side effect. I don't know why. It's just like coffee wakes you up. Heroin puts you down. I don't
Really?
know. Or opioids in general.
Wow. What about Xanax? I know a girl.
I never
liked
liked it. I hated Xanax. It just made me like. I never understood. People love Xanny bars. It's like, yo, you just forget. It's like I want to remember my high.
Oh,
Why I want to?
really?
Why? Yeah, you just forget everything. You
I
just
never.
you just wake up home. You're like, what happened? And
I was going to this porn star, and she was like, she would always. I think she would do it sometimes, but she would just be kind of just like a blank. like, kind of like there but not there, kind of sometimes.
Yeah, it's Xanax. It's just like it was Xanax. The drug. If you want to remember none of your life, Xanax.
And that
You
makes
just-
sense especially if you're in that business.
I don't think you should do anything like that. I mean, like Xanax is like good for one pill, one flight to Australia. So you just
doze out.
But even then, most people are addictive. People.
Really?
Not most, but a lot. Yeah, it's just bad. It's all bad. It all sounds like we're glamorizing it and glorifying it.
It's
but at the end of the
terrible.
day, you get addicted and you fucking don't do what you could have done in your life. You don't
Yeah.
go for your goals. You don't get the girl. You don't get the house. You don't get the guy or whatever the fuck you're trying to get. And you just get high and you waste your life and you sit in a room scratching your nuts.
Yeah. You sit in the. I remember they used to say I remember my boys back in the day, Lamar Odom, when he was on drugs, it would be like in the Roosevelt for 3 days in the same room. Just like
Yeah,
pent
dude.
up
You
in
just
a room,
stay in
like-
a room getting high.
My friend be like, we'd be at the pool at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood and be like, hey man, Lamar Odom's been up there for like 2 days. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
he had a friend who knew him. He'd be like, he's been in his room for like 2 days. I'm like, yo, getting
He's on that dope, man.
Yeah, doing.
You don't want to leave.
Yeah, doing it. And at that rate, and when you're them, those people, you have money, so it takes longer for it to affect your life. In terms of like,
Yeah, that's almost worse.
you take like 5 years before you fucking hit rock bottom because you're like, oh, I've
because
got
you got 50 million
yeah,
bucks.
you got income and shit. You're like, oh, I can fucking just
I
live.
got finances forever. That's also too. See, I was lucky I was poor, but my finances would never allow me to be the true junkie I wanted to be
You have to
because
go
I
to
couldn't
work.
afford it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But I was always smart. I was like, okay, you need some. All right, give me the money. I'll go get it, and then
Take a
we
little bit.
pull together. I get a little bit more for my buck
Yeah.
and hook up
You're
the
like
homies.
the Costco.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, let's buy in bulk, and then we can like get some deals.
Yup, all day.
A little sample here.
Yeah,
sample
man.
there.
That's how you gotta do it. Okay, you need an 8-ball. You need an 8-ball. You need an 8-ball. All right, let's get an ounce. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. It's we had some couple dealers in my on mom's side. I had some couple dealers in my family.
There's always.
They went some jail. Did some jail time. I remember my uncle. He told me when I was like 9. He's like, when you grow up and you go to prison. He's like, you ain't gonna have to worry about nothing because our families, like our name means something in prison.
Yeah.
I remember him telling me that in New Orleans.
You're like, I want to go to college.
He's like, when you grow up and you go to jail, he's like, and he would. I remember him telling me, I got my own cup. I use. I take to the mess hall or whatever. And then he's like, and I take my own private showers.
That's what's crazy is little stuff like that in prison is like $1 million.
Yeah, exactly.
I get 2 top ramens instead of 1, and they give me a can of tuna so I can make my spread.
Yeah, exactly.
You know about spread?
No, what is spread?
I think that's a Mexican thing. I don't know. Spread is what they make in prison with top ramen. It's their base, and then they add like tuna, mayonnaise, mustard, and they make like it into basically, I guess, like a gumbo or a jambalaya. Prison. It's called spread. And my cousin, when he'd get out of prison and he'd stay with me and my mom and my other cousin, he would make spread, and it was so good.
Really?
Oh my God, he made him Hector.
That's
I think
so
he's in
funny.
prison right now.
Is
We
it?
don't know. I gotta hit him
He
up.
said, yeah, it's funny. My uncle just taught me how to iron clothes, prison iron clothes. And he told me I used to do this in high school sometimes. And he would tell me, if your box spring in the mattress, he's like, you just put your clothes under the box spring or on your bed, and you lay them out flat, and then you put the mattress down. And as you sleep, as you roll and move on the clothes at night, in the morning, if you do it perfectly, it'll be like they're iron. You can try it. Yeah.
You know what? No,
No,
I'm good. I'll fucking.
It works. You put some jeans or some t-shirt, man. You in a rush?
I'll just wear it wrinkled, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't doing no box spring.
Well, those of
prison
you at
ironing.
home, you can try that. It's little prison tricks, prison life hacks. Prisoners. This is what I know about prison. I think we don't create stuff as much in life because we have too many like things to like keep us busy. In prison, people get so innovative because you have nothing to do all day but think, and that's why I think that's how they built the pyramids. I'm like, because they had shit else to think about. Like, I feel like they're like, oh, this is all we got. There's no iPhones, there's no phones, there's no all you have to do is think about rocks all day and look at
Nah,
the space.
man, they had a technology that we don't know about.
You think?
There's no way. Those boulders are the size of big rigs. We still can't even hoist those fucking boulders till this day, and they want to say,
Yeah,
fucking
maybe
potatoes. They rolled them on potatoes. They had slave
It's
force.
possible.
Bullshit. They had a technology that we don't know about that got lost. That's all.
probably. Yeah, maybe aliens. You think of aliens?
Maybe. I don't fucking know. We weren't around.
I just think it's weird. I find it weird that they came up with pyramids, but they didn't even invent shorts yet. You know,
man.
or hats with a bill. You know, like with a bill with a hat.
Skirts are more comfortable.
Yeah, it's like
They didn't need to. They were brown.
yeah. I guess
They didn't
so.
need sunblock. They didn't need an eye visor.
Yeah.
I hate it when like you said that maybe aliens did it, and I said maybe, I don't know. I hate it when people are like, no. It's like, were you there, motherfucker?
Yeah,
Then
nobody
how do
knows.
you know? It's exactly. It's like maybe not. That's it. There's no like. Well, actually, my uncle was there, and he told my other uncle, and it's fucking 3, 5, 10,000
Nobody
years ago.
knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So
knows.
shut the fuck up, because maybe they did, and maybe they didn't, and that's the truth. It's 50-50.
I always wonder if this is like on Earth, like what if this is like our fucking 10th go? Like, in terms of like we build a society builds thousands of years, and then we fucking do something, and then like it cancels out, and then we just fucking start over. You know what I'm saying? Like you started off from like, you know,
Shit, if that's the case, this is probably our 400th
Yeah.
go, man. We're stupid
people
motherfuckers.
forget how old like the universe is. You're like, oh, this is like this shit-
Billions of years old.
This shit- I watched a thing with a guy, and he says, if you had a penny, imagine a telescope in like a penny-sized hole, like you looked up into space, and that penny-sized hole, you see thousands of stars, right? Thousands of stars in like a little penny-sized hole if you could look up through space. And he's like, and just think, for every star, there's more planets. Because the planets revolve around the stars. Just like, so however many stars you see, there's way more planets. And he's like, so the possibility of there being another Earth is fucking for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I hate it when people say there's no aliens, and it's like, what?
What? Yeah.
What? That's like planting 10 million seeds, but only one
Yeah.
grows. You
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here. First of all, we don't know, and second of all, the universe is infinite, and it's always expanding and always growing. So therefore, there has to be other life.
Dude,
Because it's just sheer odds.
Because even if somebody just believes in God or having a creationist or whatever, I'm like, it's a whole lot of extra credit. If
Yeah.
this is just, if you only got humans, it's a whole lot of fucking extra credit that if nothing's there.
It's
Like,
just
you're like,
it's literally impossible for there not to be aliens.
Yeah.
You know, they're like there
Something,
has
yeah.
to be for
Yeah.
just the. I mean, just look up, motherfuckers. You think we're the only ones, you dumb motherfuckers?
yeah, it's
it.
billions. I've been on this nerdy kick for this like last like year or something, and I've been looking. So at night I look up like Stephen Hawking shit and like all these like theories, or whatever, and they were saying, he had this really cool this like basically you say you throw a ball up in the air, right? There's I feel like I'm high right now.
Come on, Murph.
Oh, all right. So there's
sound like me
So you
right
throw a ball in the air, like we're always moving, so a ball never comes back to the same place, right? So it's like, say you throw a ball in the air, you're technically like 8 miles further, or 8 miles or something further than you were when you started throwing the ball, because we're moving
because of
at that a
the
second.
Earth is
we're
spinning.
moving at that, and we're moving through space. So it's like even the rotation, but we're also just moving through space. It's like, so he's like, think about that. This shit's crazy.
It is crazy because I don't remember the exact miles per hour we're spinning, but it's something insane, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it like 25,000 miles per hour? I don't even know.
Probably.
I remember learning that on the Science Channel, and I just tripped out. I was like,
so
because we're
wild.
just shoom.
Oh my! We're so used to it. They said, "Could you imagine if the world just stopped and we all just slammed against
Will you
walls?"
Google that?
Yeah.
How fast do we spin?
You
That
imagine
is a
it?
trip.
If the Earth stopped, we would all just slam against walls like pow.
It's a trip
Be
that
dead.
we just walk and drive and do.
We're so used
fly
to it. Right?
and sail and on a boat, and
Yeah.
we're spinning at
We're fucking
insane
just like-
like 1,000 miles per hour if you're at the equator. A spot on the equator is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour to make it all the way around in 24 hours.
Damn. 1,000. I was way off by 25,000, but regardless, very, very, very fucking fast.
Jeez, 1,000.
That's just a trip, man. We gotta do mushrooms.
Yeah, I would love to do mushrooms. But you can't do mushrooms.
Nah,
Yeah,
I mean, like maybe later.
there's no reason to do it.
can't.
Yeah, there's no reason to do it now.
I'm an addict, and I'll just want to do them every day.
Yeah, mushrooms. Yeah,
But mushrooms is one of the. It is natural, and it's been taken for thousands of years, and it helps with people with depressions and depression. I said depressions.
yeah.
And and it kind of helped me lead to the path of sobriety, because when I was on Oxycontin and Coke and all that shit, I would eat mushrooms and quite a bit, and every single trip towards the end, you want to better yourself. I was like, man, I'm gonna quit narcotics and alcohol. That shit's poison. I'm gonna give my mom a hug, tell her I love her. I'm gonna clean up my life. I'm gonna lead a better life. And then immediately, I would just fucking take some Oxycontins, and all that would go out the window.
Yeah.
But it would make me think that and plant that seed, because it is it just affects you differently. It's not narcotic. Fucking alcohol and narcotics are the goddamn devil. They just don't do them.
I always think the mushrooms, sometimes I've done them, mushrooms have a way of making you have addressing your subconscious and like thoughts you have, and like I've always said it like what do you, I remember I did mushrooms, and I remember I was walking in a desert. I took way too many, and I'm like walking in a desert, and I'm like, why do you want to do comedy? Are you trying to, what do you want? Why are you doing this? Like, I literally having these, I'm like, are you trying to just be famous? No.
It's
and I was
introspective.
Like, and I was like, no, I just want to, and I started crying. I think because other comics were out there, and I started crying that I was like, and they're like, yeah, you want to go to you kept saying you want to go to Marty's, some place called Marty's.
Yeah.
Which is an open mic place out here. And I was like crying in the desert, saying, I want to go to I want to do comedy. I want to practice comedy.
That's why mushrooms can be good if used correctly. Like I'm a huge fan of Bill Hicks, and he was a once, twice a year kind of guy. Go out and to the desert and do them, and it's a spiritual thing. It's not like, I'm eating mushrooms at Coachella and Molly. Like it's, it can be used for good. And as for like Coke, you're just like, yeah, let me fucking whack off in the corner. And look at myself in the mirror. Like that's not healthy. That's not bettering your life. You're like, yeah, Marty. Yeah.
we were in Vegas, man, one time. My boy hit me up. He's like, yeah, you want to go to Vegas? There's some chicks and a couple dudes from me work with. I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. He's like, we're rolling out tonight. So we leave that night. We all go out we have like a suite. It's like 8 people, right? We go out. We all come back. Some dudes have been partaking in drugs. One dude in particular, he was fucked up at this club. And we get back. And we all like start crashing. Like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sleep in the living room on this little couch here that everybody's sleeping. And the 2 girls go to sleep in the main bed, right, in the room. And this dude was fucking high of his mind, right? And he goes and sleeps. He's like, I'm just gonna sleep. Like he's drunk, kind of faded. He sleeps in between the girls, and all of a sudden the girls later the story they tell me, it's like he's sleeping, the girls are asleep, and they just hear like a furious like.
Oh no!
Yeah. And then like, and they start hearing like a little furious like beat off, and then they turn over because they're all drunk too, but they're kind of turned over, and he's got porn playing. He's holding porn. He's holding porn on his phone, and he's beating off furious.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus Christ!
And the girls don't know him. They just met him that night, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of the bed, whatever." And they kick him out, and then or he said, he stopped the first time, and then he started again. When
that's
they went back to
cocaine
sleep.
behavior, where you just think that's the thing to do. You're like, what? You're like, what? What's the problem? Go back to sleep.
Yeah,
I'm just having a time.
I'm not making you do anything.
Yeah.
Sleep. Get some sleep.
I remember one time I was coked up, and there was a bunch of people in my room, and I wanted to fuck, and nobody was fucking. So I was like, I just fucking I brought my laptop to the bathroom. I'm whacking off in my bathroom with a party going on in my room. When I live with my mother, this is how fucking deviant, dark, stupid behavior. I got my buddy and these girls coked up in my room, and no booties happening. So I was like, I'll take care of myself. So now I sneak a laptop into the bathroom, whacking off in a bathroom in my home with my mom down the hall, my grandma down the hall, and like 4 people in my room doing coke. And I'm like, you guys gotta be quiet. And that's cocaine. That's cocaine. So don't do cocaine, kids.
Yeah, that's bad. Mushroom. You did ayahuasca ever?
No, never.
That's to make you throw up and shit first before you can get the experience, right?
Yeah, speaking of shit. Speaking of shit. Have you smelled any of these farts I've been ripping?
No, God, no.
Damn, dude. You
No,
got a
thank
good
I
nose.
realize my mouth when I'm in people's houses.
Yeah. You got a good doo-doo story? You shit them pants, man?
I used to, they used to call me, just true, sir, I'm not making this up. My nickname, you're going to think I'm making this up, but I'm not.
David Doo-Doo Murphy?
No, my mom used to call me Shitty D. Shitty D by growing up because I used to shit on myself all the time until I was like 9. Yeah. No, time
You're the perfect guest.
Yeah. So this is funny you talking about this. So I used to have all right, so my mom had a phobia about using public restrooms, right? So as a kid, she gave me this phobia. Only I don't have that kind of ass. You don't have the kind of ass control to be picking and choosing toilets when you're 3, 4, 5. So I used to be like, oh no, I'm not using this toilet at school.
I'll just shit my pants.
Yeah, and so I had this thing about germs, about being on toilets because she had about the germs, and then so I remember my dad used to be so disappointed in me and so mad. He'd be like, "You're too old to be shitting on yourself. You're 7." And I'd be like, but I don't want the germs. I don't want the germs. And he's like, wait a minute. So let me get this straight. You'd rather this.
You better sit in your shit.
You'd rather sit in your own shit all day than to sit on the fucking the toilet. So it's some kind of fucked up logic is that. And he's like,
hey, fuckface. Shit is toxic.
that shit is literally germs. It's a fucking breeding ground for germs. And you're like, you walk around in your underwear all day. And I would just shit on myself, and I used to be notorious for shitting in class. I was shit. This is like second. I was way too old to be shitting myself, and I was like second grade sometimes. Maybe third grade is probably the last time. But I remember I was shit, and then I would just not take a lunch break because I was because of the smell. I would try to keep the smell because I was shitting myself like about 10 a.m. or something. And so lunch came, and I know if I got up, the woof, it would be woofed.
Oh, my God.
So I just wouldn't take a lunch break, and my teacher would always be like, "Are you sure you want to stay in class?" I'm like, "Yes." And I would stay and just stay in my seat all day. And then when 3 o'clock hit, I just ran out the class. And
oh, my God. What the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ. Damn, man.
I should have.
You're the first shit story that just made me sad. That shit just made me sad. I was like, fuck, this kid's sitting in his shit. Is your asshole just burned from all that acid?
No, I just sit, and it was, I remember my brother walking me home sometimes, and I would just shit. Like, I remember holding on the bus one time, and my older brother, we walk home, and I just remember he was walking. He was like, "Just hold it." I give him this look I had on the.
I can't hold it.
And he'd be like, "No." He was just like, "No." And I'd be like, "I can't hold it." And then I get off the bus. I remember walking and him talking to me, and just me, just like we're walking outside, and then our backpacks and the little kids, and then all of a sudden I just stop, and he keeps walking, talking to me, and then he takes about like 5 steps. You realize I've stopped walking.
He's like,
he looks. He's like,
no.
"Oh man,
Come on."
It's like. And I was like, "Don't tell mom." My mom used to make me hand wash my underwear as like a punishment, and then she wouldn't tell my dad sometimes. She was wondering where your underwear going. I was shitting in them, throwing them away. And so,
God damn it, that's the third pack of Fruit of the Looms this week.
Exactly. Third pair of Batman underwear. I fucking put in the thing. Yeah, that's
making the goddamn
What about you?
Fruit of the Looms into a fudge factory.
Yes, Shitty D was in
Shitty
the house.
D. I've told so many shit stories, but you made me. You're Shitty D, right?
Yes.
So one of my aunts, she got sick in Mexico, and my mom and my other aunt told me this story. And she drank the water, and they're from America. You get the diarrhea. You get Montezuma's revenge, is what they call it. You just shit. You get sick, and so she kept like you, but she, you know, they were kids and she didn't want anybody to know, but she's a little kid. And so she kept just putting her underwear, her shitty underwear in a bag in the closet.
Oh.
And it just smelled, and she just smelled like shit. So they called, her name was Titina. And so they just called her, from that day on, for the rest of her life, they called her Shitty Teens. So even as a kid, we, you know, I'll be a little kid calling fucking my 35, 40-year-old aunt Shitty Teens, you know, because that was just what we called her. And then, yeah, she's dead now, and we still call her Shitty Teens, and then we just laugh. Shitty Teens, man, rest in peace.
Man, I have so many.
But
shit
that's
stories.
fucking you're Shitty D now forever.
I shit again when I probably revisited the Shitty D when I was probably like 14. There was my mom made gumbo. My mom's from New Orleans.
Yeah.
And my mom makes amazing gumbo. And
I
sometimes
want
gumbo.
some.
And sometimes gumbo will like run through, like it'll like clean you out. Right? It's like
that's when you
so
know it's
like,
good.
Yeah, it's like it'll
That's some good
clean you
gumbo.
the fuck out. Like, and my brothers are all like over my mom's place, and everybody ate we ate gumbo. Everybody ate, and everybody, like 4 of us had to shit at the same time.
Oh no!
And it was like, I was the youngest, so I would get like last dibs. Like dudes like pushing. Somebody come out the bathroom, they push you, and then like run. You're like, hey! You're like, so I'm out, and I was on like about to explode, and I had to run out of the house and just literally put my ass up against the wall and just shit. I sprayed the wall. And then
there's the bushes, sir.
Yeah, no
Grass.
And they
I was
they
a
wouldn't
white
let me
wall.
live.
I wanted to put my art on it. My fucking fart art.
It was like a Banksy.
Yeah, it's a fucking shitsies.
Pollock.
Have you seen this Jackson shitskis?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that happened. They wouldn't let me live. They still, if I see them to this day, they're like, remember that time you shit on the
You shit
ran
the
up-
wall, bro.
I was like, bro, you got no
I've
other
heard-
option. What are you gonna do?
There's a lot of shit stories. I don't know if anybody's ever shit the wall.
Yes. Some dude tells me catch. He said in a public restroom. I thought it was disgusting. He does a catch and drop when it's a disgusting restroom. This dude told me he wraps his hand like a mummy and with the toilet paper when he shits in the public restroom. He'll just catch like shit in his hand and then like throw it in the toilet. I was
That's
like,
a
that's
fucking
disgusting.
lunatic, man. I mean, just hover.
Yeah.
Just
I
hover.
was like, he said something. He's like catch and drop. I was like, bro, that's disgusting.
Bro.
That's crazy,
Bro.
To catch your own shit, like
Motherfucker, hover. That's pretty funny. But doesn't he know you could just pop a squat and hover?
He said he just said,
I sit right in it. I don't give a fuck.
That's on some animal
No
ape
toilet
shit.
seat cover, no nothing.
Oh, you disgusting.
Just fucking sit in that piss.
Oh my.
It's nothing like warm strangers' piss
Oh God, no. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
coming from the wall shitter.
You get up and you just have a sign. You got AIDS.
I don't sit. In,
on your
you don't get
ass.
AIDS that way. I don't sit in piss.
You don't get AIDS.
I wipe it off. I wipe it off.
There's nothing worse than toilet water splashing up on your ass. Like
I always
splashing on your
flush
balls.
first.
Oh,
You got to get flush.
I
Give
don't
it a
care,
flush.
man. In the.
Toilet water is the same thing as their drinking
Or
water.
you ever have your balls or your dick touch the tip of the
Oh,
toilet
that's
water?
the worst. That's the worst.
Like,
Oh my god.
Women don't know about this. Sometimes your dick will touch the toilet bowl or something.
You're like,
ah! You're like, ah, my dick. Yeah, it's like, my dick. It's like your dick's doing bungee jumping. To
Yeah,
just like touching the
I've
touch.
dodged STDs for this many goddamn years. And now I got it from a toilet bowl. That's bullshit.
This Arby's bathrooms got me. Yeah, that's the things that happen. Women don't know. Women also don't. I realize women don't. I just found this out about women. When they shave their hoo-has, right, or wax them, their pee kind of goes. The hair usually helps it come to a stream, and that's something that a lot of girls tell me. Girls tell me,
league.
yeah. So when they get the shaven, it'll like spray, like more like just like how we pee because they were like she was like, why do you guys pee on the? A lot of women, ladies watching this. A lot of ladies think that we pee, we can't aim. But no, they don't understand. Like your pee just comes out and stream to left, go right, go up, splits in two, straight with a drop. Like it's just like women don't. I'm like, yeah, we can aim. Okay, just our pee holes sometimes are blocked up or whatever.
Yeah. I was spray pissing for years. I got a bit about it.
Oh, really?
what a lot of women don't realize too is that STDs go away. You know,
Great selling point. He's like, hey, that's good news and bad news.
I've never had an STD.
Oh, you're lucky.
I know.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
The college. I remember being in the nurse office. And college nurse office is the worst place to be because you know people who are in the office. The people like, hey man, I saw Murph in the nurse's office.
Murph got the clap again.
Man, I should
He
be like,
sprayed the wall and got the clap.
tingle tingle. You bet too. You bet up. Yeah, I remember nurse's office. Man, whew. Yeah, you never know, especially in college. Where did you go to school? College?
Nope.
What'd you do in high school? What'd you do when you were 19? You just work? Where'd you work?
I went to college for like one semester. I took real estate class.
Did you like it?
No, but I got my real estate license.
Oh, did you? I had mine. I just never used it. It just expired.
Thank you, Adderall.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, my dad's doing real estate for like 20, 30
You got your license too?
It's expired. But
Me too.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. That's everybody gets in LA. It's like a real estate license at some point.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know.
It's funny. We both got expired license, aspiring comics that shit their pants.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody is there. There should be a real estate comic. You think it would do the real estate?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Shannon McLondon. Shannon McLondon, my good buddy. He's very funny. He sells homes. He's good at it, though. He sells them homes.
Really?
He's supporting a family realtor.
Man, yeah, this is so. I had a deal fall through. I had a couple deals, and they would like fall out of escrow or something, and I was like, I can't take this.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Because you're like, I'm gonna make $8,000, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, you're not.
Nope.
And then and it's like when stuff falls out of escrow, it's not like you could just like wait another 3 days. Like, oh, we got to reopen at another 30 or 45 days. Like it's like not like, oh, we'll just make a correction. And,
I used to sell mortgages too.
oh yeah.
Home loans, and sometimes it was so frustrating. You'd be like, okay, we're gonna consolidate, refinance your home, get you a lower interest rate, lower your payment, get you money in your hands, pay off all your credit cards, consolidate it into one bill. You save $2,000 a month. You improve your credit score, cut up those 14 credit cards, keep it at one, and they would be like, I don't want to do it. You're like, what?
Yeah, you're like,
It's
no.
like win, 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 and I make my money, win.
Yeah, like, yeah.
And you're just like,
yeah,
what?
they do people.
and then you get mad at them. You're like, I'm helping you in your life.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything? You save money monthly. You get money on top of that, like $20K or whatever, you know, and then they just wouldn't do it. And then it's just like, oh my God. And I was like, fine, keep your 14 credit cards in your fucking debt, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, I think people don't. I guess they don't trust me. I used to try to rehatch. They gave me a job at this shady ass mortgage company. And the guy, he had been through like 6 mortgage names for a company in like the last 3-4 years.
Oh yeah, no, I was at a legit one.
New one, and then
He went under investigation.
Yeah,
again.
and then he
why
just
does he have
opened
to
up
have
new
that
name.
accent?
yeah, exactly. He was Armenian, I believe.
Shit.
And so he would he had me trying to rehatch bad loans. So I would call people trying to sell them to reopen. I was trying to get people to add another 15 years to their loan to save $25 a month.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
like,
that.
just like,
yeah.
Like telling lady, I remember talking to a lady, and I was such a sleazeball because I had to. And I remember talking to a lady, and I was like, I'm telling her about the loan, and I was like, is that a baby I hear in the background? And she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah. I'm like, it's a lot of diapers. $25.
Oh man, cold blooded.
Yeah, I was just trying to get her to do this loan. It was the worst loan.
You were young though, right?
Yeah, and then they fired me.
Yeah, when you're young, you do shit like that. Later in life, you're like, this isn't worth losing sleep over.
Yeah, I was like 23. I was just out of college. And, and then he fired me. They had a coworker fire me who wasn't even my boss. He was like me. He was like my. He was. I was like. He brought me in. I was in the work kitchen, and he's like, "Hey, Mark, can I talk to you for a second in the work kitchen?" I go, "Yeah, what's up, man?" I thought we were talking about we're gonna go for lunch or something. He's like, "Yeah, man, they're gonna let you go, man." And I go, "Where? What?" I was like, "What?" He's like he's like, "Oh, like they're firing you." I go, "Are you allowed to fire me?" I was like, "You're me. You're my."
You're my friend.
Yeah, it's like,
That's fucked up that they were
was-
such a coward that they couldn't do it.
And he
themselves.
he had a check and everything. Gave me my last check and the he's like, yeah, if you want to say bye to people and stuff at school, like, you know,
Yeah.
but they just kind of want you out by lunch. And I was like, what? Like it was. I could not explain to you how like same level he was as me. Not a manager, not anything. I was like, this is crazy.
You're like, I got you the job.
Yeah. And here's interesting. People, I hate that people when you get fired, people act like you're dying. Like when you go to their desk, like, hey man, they're like, oh no,
It's like it's a fucking job. It doesn't
it's like,
matter.
You're like, I'll be fine. What are you gonna do? What are you? I'm like, I'm going to the gym right now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm like,
I'm going to the beach. Have fun in this cubicle, biatch.
people really act
Fucking-
like you're like they're.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We ever been fired? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
Trader
clearly.
Joe's.
Wait a minute.
I got fired from Juice Stop. It was like a Jamba Juice. I was high in high school.
Really? Like weed?
I was
high?
like, I'm sick.
Hey, really? That's so funny.
He's like, go home.
you ever
man."
go back and visit? Is
No.
it still around?
No, it closed down. I never went back either. I just he like sent me home and then I just never went back.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I was fired. It was just kind of a weird. But yeah, I think I was fired and that's why I never went back.
You ever had to fire anybody?
No.
Yeah. And what's the coolest way you've ever seen somebody quit or get fired?
Me, man.
Wait, yeah.
Fart.
You may get fired at Trader Joe's, like when anybody like you see somebody get fired. You're like, oh, this dude.
I've seen people walk out, and it was kind of cool because there was points where you're understaffed and overworked, and they expect too much. It's like they get mad. Why didn't you do this one? Didn't do this one little task, and you're like, "Fool! I did 700 other tasks, and you're gonna
Yeah.
pick out the one thing
Yeah.
I didn't do," and they just walk out, and I respect that.
Well, yeah, I've
Because
seen
it's like, fuck you. And she's like, you're not worth it. You're not worth me carrying this much over fucking canned goods.
yeah.
You know?
you're
It's like,
relax,
get the
bro.
fuck out of here. This is grocery. We ain't doing fucking
yeah.
insurance policies to save a man's life, you know? Go fuck yourself.
It's very, very.
This isn't police work or law. This is bananas. This is bananas and D'Anjou pears, motherfucker.
D'Anjou pears.
I love those.
There was I saw a guy. I worked at a restaurant and we were slam, and this kid was making this guy was making these milkshakes. We had these alcoholic milkshakes, and he's making these milkshakes. He's backed up. He's got like 10 milkshakes he's got to make, and these things take forever to scoop the ice cream in.
Yeah.
And it's everybody's like, manager's yelling, "Where's my milkshake?" Everybody's screaming, you know, like it's fucking bananas in this restaurant. And I just all of a sudden I'm looking at him, and and the manager comes over, yells at him, and he just slowly like takes one step away from the machine and like does the slowest takeoff of his
Oh,
apron.
that's so gangster. I love it.
And
I
he
fucking
didn't say
love
anything
it.
yet. I'm watching. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And he folds it. And he starts just folding it. He's like, the soul is cool. Everybody going crazy.
Yeah.
And he's just got the slow fold and just puts it right. And he's like, I quit.
I love it. I
Like a
love it.
soft, I quit.
fucking love it. That's
I
what you
started
get.
dying. I was like, he just quit. And he's like,
You don't treat people like that. Now go fuck yourself. Now you make your own fucking shake. You think it's worth minimum wage?
Yeah.
Fucking minimum wage. You're gonna fucking yell at me. It's like
the
it's
manager
fucking
was
my
back
forearms are hurting, motherfucker.
And
It's
it's
hard
funny
ice
because the
cream.
manager doesn't really know the ingredients for things.
Yeah.
So he's like, what goes in the the crunchy munchy?
Yeah. You know what goes in the fucking crunchy monkey? Kindness, motherfucker. Treat people better, you bitch. Fucking
was
asshole.
So funny, man. I was like, this might be one of the funniest. I just started dying laughing.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
so
like, we're
dope. I
slim.
love
was
it.
like,
Was the manager a dude?
yeah.
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 Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. I think we're gonna need to end this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm about to piss my
Okay.
fucking pants, dude.
It was amazing. Thank
It
you
was
for
a
having
good
me
one,
on, man.
We had a good one. We had like an hour 20.
Oh, it's really.
This is David Murphy. I love this guy. He's a good friend. He's very, very fucking funny. Check him out on all social medias. We'll tag him in the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man. Anything you
you're
want to
amazing.
plug, man?
No, just check out that thing on Revolt TV when it comes out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my Patreon set up, and we're gonna be on Patreon, and we're gonna set that shit up. I don't, so hopefully I get a kitchen one of these days. Thank you, my fans. I fucking love you so much. I appreciate you guys. Give me plants and treats, and I'm gonna get my
who did the
Patreon.
sticker thing? The sticker thing.
These girls in Florida made
That was really
stickers of my
cool.
podcast and started graffitiing it on cars
I saw
and
that. It's really cool.
benches, and it's awesome. And I love you all, and thank you so much for your kindness. I truly appreciate it. And I'm gonna write more fart jokes and keep doing my best.
Yeah.
and doing what I gotta do to make it in this fucked up, crazy world.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks
I
for
love
having
you
me.
all. Have a good night, day.